Tonight, President Trump and his allies raising cash, lots of it, over lies about a fraudulent election. But it's the so-called Stop the Steal movement that's grown out of this deception, just a way for the president and others to make a buck. Drew Griffin is out front.
They believe the election was stolen, believe their protests can stop it, and Donald Trump can stay in the White House. And amidst the political fury, fueled by lies and disinformation, is an opportunity to make a buck. Conspiracy theorist Alex Jones, who showed up at a recent rally in an armored car, is just one of the Stop the Steal promoters embracing the chance to cash in, using the slogan to help sell male enhancement supplements and Armageddon survivor products. Others asking for money are much more direct.
Drew Griffin with CNN. How you doing?
If we take the high road,
You're out. That's Ali Alexander. I've called him a Roger Stone wannabe in a past story about how Trump's ally, Roger Stone, actually began Stop the Steal back in 2016. Alexander has launched a Stop the Steal website seeking donations and claiming he doesn't have time to start a stupid nonprofit or LLC, so just send him the money by Bitcoin, Litecoin, PayPal, Cash App, to be used, he says, to organize protests across the country like this one in Atlanta.
How much money are you making on all this?
Zero. I'm dedicating my time and my company's team.
How do we know that with all the money that's going to your private account?
They're not donors. You work for the Democrat Party, Drew. You called me a wannabe like a racist motherfucker. You're a racist motherfucker. All right.
Since Alexander's money is going to him, he doesn't have to report how he spends it. But whatever he's collecting pales in comparison to the tens of millions of dollars being raked in by Donald Trump from his true believers.
I've donated to the Trump campaign.
Directly to Trump to defend him, yes.
Yeah, I donated money to Donald Trump.
Since Election Day, Republicans and the president have taken in $207 million, according to the Trump campaign, fueled by a fraudulent belief the election was stolen. All of it being egged on by an aggressive outreach campaign to supporters who've received more than 420 emails since Election Day alone, purportedly from the president and his family, with messages like, "My team has given me a list of patriots who stepped up to help us. I've noticed your name is still missing. My father wants to know who is standing with him. Democrats are doing everything they can to steal the election."
You ever seen anything quite like this before?
I've seen people try to raise money off of all sorts of crises, all sorts of problems, both fake and real. But I've never seen one like this connected to our elections and basically challenging the legitimacy of our elections and our democracy.
The emails say the donations are being solicited for the official election defense fund, but read the fine print and you'll see 75% of the money goes to Save America, a type of PAC with such loose rules the president can even spend it on personal expenses. John Scott Railton has been tracking the bogus Stop the Steal messaging and says there may be lasting impact here beyond money. The conspiracy, organized and motivated by lies, is turning out real protesters. The potential beginning of a new, powerful, and easily manipulated political movement.
But I think it represents an interesting core of people and true believers. And the real question is, what's going to be the pivot? What are they going to get fed next as calls to action? And what's going to happen with those contact lists?
A disgruntled Trump leaving office with piles of political cash may be just the catalyst they need.
And Drew, it's stunning reporting, and you know, even you're laying out how much of it the president could use for things like personal expenses. But the amount of money pouring in is stunning, right? You point out more than $200 million. It suggests that this is not going away on January 20th.
And there's a lot of concern. I've been talking to a lot of people about this on both sides of the aisle and some experts too, that he is not going away, that the president, with all of this cash, which is power in politics, leaves to become a kind of a president-elect of this alternative universe of people who believe he didn't lose this election. And the concern is, what does Trump do with all that money and all of those supporters when Joe Biden becomes president?
All right, Drew Griffin, thank you very much.